live. We just wanted to kind of come on, give you guys a little bit. We went over to the other restaurant and the chicken bone lady was not there. Maybe on the way back, maybe we'll have some time. We'll come over here and spend a few more days and we'll find that chicken bone lady.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll do our best.
So we're only on YouTube today. I'm trying to get it.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to
And
get.
I don't have to get on Facebook
That's right.
and see all my Facebook friends. So I can shut that off. Get back on YouTube.
Got a wise. All right. See if it's coming up. Commercial. Gotta watch those commercials. Get us money. And skip that. And let's see if we come on. Look, there we are. Hey. So, anybody on there? Yeah, we got a few people on there. We got Bulls on there. Hey, and Slim Jim. Hey, how's it going? Tomorrow we will be in Daytona. So we'll be starting to give you guys some great information. If you've got any hotels you're staying at, let us know. Either email us or put it down here now. Maybe she can take a photo shot of it, and we'll kind of swing by there. If it's on the A1A. If you got a hotel that's in town, it's probably open.
Okay.
So let us know what's going on. Clint's on. Hey, Clint.
Yep.
And the bearded guy, Jeff.
Hey,
Jeff's on. Hey, Jeff.
Wallace and Gloria, his wife.
Yeah. So
and Jay Romney is on.
We're now into a later time, so it's like we wanted to come up later this evening, but we just figured all the restaurants and stuff would probably be really crowded tonight.
Friday night.
Yeah. Well, we came in here.
Thursday.
We came in a Texas Roadhouse here, and we thought, it wouldn't be that busy. Just opened at 3 o'clock. And one, they're like everybody else. They've got no freaking help here. So they can only have so many people at a time come on.
Hey, Robert.
So they're only letting, I bet you there's not even 10% of the place full. There's probably, 15, 20 tables that are waiting on. But I mean, around us right now, there's nobody. So.
Camping the infield? Camping the infield.
Is that where you're camping at, is in the infield? He's probably camping in the infield.
Oh, you mean at the racetrack?
Yeah. So you shouldn't have any trouble. We already know another YouTuber that we know. He's actually there for the race. So he's already in the infield, set up for the race coming on this weekend. If all goes well, we're not going to the Daytona 500 because we know we're not a big car channel. A lot of people don't watch our car stuff, but we are going to go over to the Experience on Saturday. If it's not raining or anything, that's not supposed to be. That we're going to go check that out and talk to Amzoil Adam the other day, and he's been here early too. And he said all that stuff there's no charge for any of that. So we'll go down there and kind of show you guys some of that stuff. Maybe we'll just do a live, kind of show you around what's going on. That'll be on Saturday. But I mean, today it is 89 degrees in Lake City. That's where we're at. Freaking hotter than hell. It's time for short weather. I'm like, man, I'm sweating. I gotta turn the AC on. I said, so yeah. But it's gonna cool down next day or two, down into the 60s for all you people that are freezing out there. And Weston Customs on. How's it going? And Robert said, yeah, that's where he's staying at. So you should be good for the infield. No, like I say, no problem there. But I mean, if you guys need something for us to check out for you, let us know. And if you're bringing an RV down and you're like, hey, I ain't got no place to stay yet, we got that fixed for you. That's at
Crazy Horse.
Yep, Crazy Horse, right on the corner of Tamaka Road and International Speedway. It's just boondocking only. Bring your generator, all that. They've got bathrooms and showers, and last year we went through there, they're nice and clean. We're going to go over there. We already talked to the manager that's in charge of the whole operation, because they thought we were going to stay there next week. But they only have permits for bike week and during the race, and that's it. They can't have people there. They've got some full hookups, but those are usually, you got to book those a year ahead to get into those. But, so that's pretty good. Let's see what else is going on. My motorhome is giving him major issues.
Giving him probably major issues.
Yeah. So,
I know, Bob was hoping maybe he could help you out, but he's like...
I googled it. We've got the V8 version of that.
Finish line came from.
That's in our Expedition, and I had some trouble with it. I had no idea that those spark plugs are only threaded in with 2 threads. And I blew a spark plug out. Main thing, I had a couple coils go out. Now, when I googled it, it ended up saying that you should check the wiring. Make sure there's not something that's been disconnected. And the other thing that I seen was check your plugs, because they said if the plugs start to burn a little funny, they'll burn the coils all out. It's kind of odd on the one side, but...
Never know.
Have it towed down there.
You're just going to stay inside of it. You don't need to drive it down there. You don't live that far away.
And it's too far to go every day, too. Yeah, I know what that means. So John's on. Be back at the Finish Line Campground for Bike Week. Yep, we've stayed at the Finish Line. That's a good campground, too. That's where first year we came out, we stayed there. So Bearded Jeff says it's going to be 32 tomorrow and 75 yesterday. Had the motorcycle out. Dang Kentucky weather. I mean, it's getting cool here. It's going to be in the 60s tomorrow, and we're in the high 80s
Cross
today.
country, it's like that. It's hot, it's cold.
There's a
it's hot,
cold
it's
wave
cold.
coming across. That's one of the reasons we left this week already. Last week we left. Beginning of this week. We left Saturday. So the reason we left is because, same thing, there could be an ice storm coming through Texas again this weekend. So it's like, let's go. So what's
Tell him
weird,
what he really said.
it's weird this year because Daytona 500 is this weekend, and normally it's the next weekend is the bike week, which what has been the last couple of years we've been here. Now there's a weekend between, so we're actually here 2 weeks early. So we're going to be here really early. We've already made a bunch of contacts already, so that's really neat. Let's see what else we got going on.
Grace Motor Life says, way to see Whiskey Myers in Knoxville, Tennessee. There you go.
Tell me how that
He's on
concert
his way.
goes. He's playing at the
Buffalo Chip.
So we're kind of excited about. I kind of listen to music. I don't know them right off. A lot of people said they used to play on the Yellowstone TV show. They've been on there a couple of times. They must be popular because we see. Actually,
all over the country.
in Laughlin, they're going
Yeah.
to be there in March, and out here, I just seen a couple signs here. Pawamoto's on.
Yep.
He's getting ready for Daytona.
Not quite. We're almost. We'll be there tomorrow.
Yep, Daryl S is in the house. Greg, hope
Biker.
Daytona is nice to the bikers. Typically, normally you're going to hang out in Ormond Beach. That's usually pretty much what it is. The only thing you've got really in Daytona is Main Street and out at the Speedway. So the Speedway don't really give you any real trouble out there because it's private property. So Main Street, we'll just have to see. Hopefully they close it down at night. Why they keep it open for the stupid cars to drive through there? It's 3 freaking blocks. There's nobody. Well, like I said, we're going to go down there probably Saturday, or maybe we'll wait till next week, Monday or Tuesday, and go down there and do a live. And we'll show you nothing. Nobody's driving up and down that street. Half the businesses are closed. It's like, so the only reason the cars are going down because they want to see what's going on. F them. We should be out there. They should just close it down, bikes only, and be done with it. But who knows?
Repping says the whole right side coil's not working in the B10, so it must be 5 of the spark plugs and coils not working. So, I don't know. He says he's really ticked off with that engine. Kamoto says, time to race. Yep, that's this weekend coming up, so that'll be fun.
So Weston Customs heading out on the 2nd. So that's good. You must be pretty close. You must be very close. You're going to be here by on Friday already? Ray's Motor Life's on. I don't know if he was on earlier.
Yep.
And
Let us know
Sons.
at the Sons of and the Weather Souls are opening for Whiskey Myers. Oh, okay.
Gwen and Greg's on.
Oh, hey, Gran. How you doing? My friend over there. Thanks. I don't feel so great today, but
She
says I
thinks
look
it's
great.
because we got into Florida here. The humidity and stuff can affect her, even though just the rain. The rain hasn't really been bothering her too much, but today she said she's kind of icky today. And once we stopped traveling for a day, now she feels bad.
I slept all night and everything was good. I don't know.
Didn't get up till 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Getting up at 5:30.
So I don't know. I don't know what it is. But yeah. Had a great day.
So we do have a really neat video. It may not necessarily a neat video, but we did stop by Cowboys Harley Davidson over in Beaumont. The same owner owns that who bought Bruce Rossmeyer's, Teddy Morris. And so we know a little bit more about that. Maybe we'll talk about that now because I didn't put it all on the video. But Ed Morrison is the grandpa that started out Ed Morrison Motors. And it's from Florida, Southern Florida. And so Teddy now is the grandson. He's the CEO of the whole corporation. So he's supposed to be down in Daytona on, what did they say, the 3rd or the 2nd?
The 3rd, the day it starts.
So he'll be there, and we should get him on camera. They said that we should be able to get him. Because if you get on his Facebook page, he's down there for almost every ride that's going on. He's down in Daytona. Somebody's calling. Who is it?
Our boat.
Oh, let's see. Having the
Hello?
boat reupholstered. So we'll see what happens.
Yes?
So, you want to get up?
No.
Talk a while? So we got to watch because there's music playing here, too. So it's pretty
You got it
exciting.
all done?
And
Okay, and then what was the total?
just got to get the total for the boat. Way more money than I wanted to spend. We were going to bring it down here and have our friend down here, one of our
How much was
subscribers,
it again?
help us do it.
14, 30, 40. Okay.
And,
that sounds good. And we're going to have a friend come down and pick it up.
be one of our
Okay.
checks.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Get it done a lot quicker. So it was going to take him 4 weeks. Got it done in a week.
Pardon me? Oh, okay. It probably won't be today. Alrighty. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So pretty exciting. So Teddy Morris is. So we went over and talked to Cowboys, and he's only been over there maybe a dozen times since they bought back in October. And so, but they said, he's been really nice. He's kind of letting them do whatever they want. So it doesn't, not really a whole lot has changed. Now she didn't get to talk to Shelley Rossmeyer, but talked to her main assistant.
Amy?
And said, everything's the same people are in order. Teddy does have an office there. He took Bruce Rossmeyer's, which I don't even know where the heck their offices are at. Probably over in one of the other buildings upstairs. And so that's kind of neat. So, it looks like it's going to be a really good time. And what's kind of neat about, because people, I worried about this, having somebody else take over one of our main dealerships, Daytona, and also in Sturgis, having a corporation take it over. We really worry about the rally, because in both cases, those are anchor points. Destination Daytona is a big anchor point. If you didn't have that, a lot of it would be
Spit it out.
very few vendors would be there. You'd have the Speedway, and that's it. And a lot of them don't like going over there because they got a lot of weird rules that they have to go by. Destination Daytona is pretty much set your stuff up, you get your square, and do your thing. So we just really worried about that. So we've got the good assurance from both of them now that everything's going to be smooth sailing. Nothing's really basically changed. But the only nice thing about these two things, it brings in new money, which will get you more inventory. It's going to get you just a lot of things. And it just seems like, for instance, in this Teddy situation, looks like he really wants to get involved with the motorcycle industry. And I don't know how, I know he's got a motorcycle, but I don't know when he got a motorcycle, if he just got it when he bought the dealerships, or we'll find a little more about that out. So I'm kind of excited about meeting him. He looks like a younger guy, I'd say 30s, 40s would be my guess. But I don't know, we'll find out. And so we're pretty excited about that. And Shelley's still going to be in charge of the rally and stuff. So we got a great connection there with what's going on there. This year we're going to do things a little different. We're going to show you a lot of stuff that's going on. Not so much of the dealers, not so much of the vendors. We only have a couple vendors set up that we're going to do some stuff with. The rest of them will probably show you where they're at, but we probably won't detail that. If they've got something they want to show us new, maybe we'll take that and we'll show it in between the rallies, so you guys can see it if you're going to Myrtle Beach or Leesburg or Panama City. Yeah, so you can find that kind of information out. If you need to know something, you can always let us know. You can email us, whatever case, and let us know if hey, I'm looking for this or I'm looking for that. If you're coming to the rally and you want to get something done, call now and set you up an appointment. Best thing you can do. 2 reasons for that. One, you don't have to leave your bike all freaking day unless you're getting an overhaul. But you can get in there, plus you have your parts. Pretty much, now we've got all the vendors that we deal with, we have contacts for all of them. Fairing Exchange, Rick Rack, Zero, Speeds, anybody at JMP Cycles, anything like that, we can pretty much get you that information, all about customs. I don't know, I've probably missed a bunch of people that I'm not thinking of. Bug Slide, we don't need an appointment at Bug Slide.
Wide Open Cycles.
I said that.
Oh.
No, I didn't say Wide Open Cycles.
Dan Kite.
Yep, Dan Kite. So all those, we can get you information, tell you where they're at, and we can get your phone numbers now. So if you need that information and book it, that way you know, hey, I'm going to be there. It's like me. If we're not looking to get nothing done. We've spent enough on the bike. So we plan on, if I wanted to get something done, well, actually, we're getting new handlebars. I bought those ones. I got those ones through the auction for the kids, donation money, and they're going to put those on Wednesday before the rally starts. So it's kind of private session because you're not allowed to sell nothing. We're not selling nothing. So they're going to put them on. We're going to film all that. So, but once again, I'm getting it done early. So I would either get my work done Friday if I could, or Thursday night if it's a vendor that can do stuff earlier. Because as the week gets on, it's going to get busier and busier. And you don't want to get to where you have to come, even like Adam. Amazon, he's going to get busier as the week goes on. So if you need to get something, you want to get some of them love jugs or anything that he's selling, plus oil change, batteries, you want to call now and say, hey, dude, I've got this bike. Make sure you got a battery for me. I'll be there. And then he puts it on, he puts your name on it. And that way, when you get there, let's say, hey, I'm not getting there till Wednesday or Thursday of next week, like the Monkey Man. I think he said Tuesday he's showing up. To where, if he needed something for his bike, he wanted to pick it up at the show, they may not, oh, I'm sorry, man, I just sold the last battery for that bike, or I sold the last thing for that, sorry, next rally. So, I know he got a lot of his stuff already, but that's beside the point. But just
That's an example.
yes, right. Just use him as an example. And so pretty neat. You got any more? Anybody else say anything special?
Palmoto. I told you.
You've been wearing that shirt all the time.
I was, yeah. This was my night shirt I was wearing. Wesson Custom says, hope to catch you guys around Destination Daytona. I was going to tell him some of the places we're going to be and when. And Palmoto says, cha-ching, because when you said it brings in more money. Andrew Price says, awesome. Also looking forward to coming to Daytona with my dad. Alrighty. That sounds good. We'll be there.
So some of the things that we're going to be doing is one of the big events that I do. Well, there's two events here that I love. And I didn't know last year I was going to love it that much until this year. But one's is the Sons of Speed Racing. That's the first Saturday. That's the 4th?
The 4th.
The 4th. It's out at the Speedway out in
New Smyrna.
Yeah, it's just on the other side of Cackleberry. You go out that way and you go through the stop sign, and when you get down to the end of the street down there, it's on the right-hand side. We're there. Now, we're in the pits the whole time, so you have to buy a VIP to get in where we're at. I think it's $100. I think you get a free dinner or lunch with them, too. So if you want that, go online, buy that. Normal tickets, I think $20 to stand in the stands. But it's like the Monkey Man last year. I think he met Billy Lane. You know, we talk Billy Lane all the time, but that's beside the point. At this event, there is so many of Billy Lane style people, bike builders, racers, people that when I got home and started looking through these names, I'm like, oh my gosh, these people are famous. They've been around forever. And so this year,
little did we know,
Friday night is the practice, or Friday is practice time. We haven't got an exact time for that. I don't know if that's open to the public or not. We've been invited to that. We were planning on going to that so we could figure out who everybody is, write their names down. I can go back and Google them all because I'm not a big race fan. You know, I know who Billy Lane is.
Race.
We know Jody Perowitz, who she is, who her dad and all that stuff is. They were big bike builders and stuff. But, you know, we know Shelley Rossmeyer races there. What's the crazy guy from the Moonshiners? Crazy Ed.
Carl.
Crazy Carl. He's going to be there again this year. We met him last year. You know, the guy that's married to Pink. He's what if he's a racer?
Jody Hart, I think is his name.
And
like
to
that.
all these people, it's like, oh my gosh, I have no idea who this is. I should have had. It should have been a video that, like, when the monkey. If you guys watch the Monkey Man, I've been using him a lot as an example. But, I mean, when he met Billy Lane, it was like he couldn't believe it. Well, after I got home and I started editing this, because we always have everybody tell us who you are, and you know, a little bit. And so when I started Googling when I got home, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is this guy. Oh, come on here. That guy was a guy that's been building bikes for over 40 years, making all these custom bikes, and I'm like, holy crap. And so that's a really neat thing. So that's one of the things we're definitely going to be at. So that's Saturday. It starts at noon and goes till about 3 or 4. We're hoping after that we're going to have enough time to go over to the lane, because they have bike week for one day. It's bike day. And it's supposed to be really neat. We've never been there. We were going to go out in the morning, but we found out we have to get there by 11 to get into the pits, because this race this time is going to be race right after another. They're not going to have a break. They may have an intermission somewhere, but between races you could get in and out of the pits. So we don't know if we'll be able to get out or not. So hopefully by 3 the race will be over and we can go out to the lane real quick, because it's over at 6. But it's only 15 miles from the racetrack. So then after that is Sunday. Guess we got nothing.
Breakfast at Beaver Bar.
Yeah, Beaver Bar. We're going to be at the Beaver Bar. She opens at 8 a.m. So we'll probably get there about 7:45. So if you want to eat breakfast with us and you're there on the first Sunday, which would be the 5th, right?
Yes.
Beaver Bar on the US 1. And so check it out. Be there at 7:45. That way we can get some tables together if you guys want to come and hang out with us a little while and shoot the crap and have some good breakfast. And she always has that in all of her. I think all the time her money goes to too. It's a veterans
Local organization.
Yeah.
I don't think it's 100% always veterans, but it's always local organizations.
So that's kind of neat.
Can't wait to see you
Also
later,
on,
Angie.
I think I told him Monday, if I'm not mistaken,
so.
we're going to be at Ciro over at the dealership, and we're going to do a meet and greet. I think I told him 12 to 2, if I remember right. I think that's what I told him. I'll have to look at my email.
Right.
12 to 2. If they're in the same spot, they're in front of J&P Cycles, but out towards the back side of the trucking stop. They're still in all that area. And we'll show you where it's
It's
at.
the
When we get
far
there,
side.
we're gonna go around and show you, which I think I'm gonna do this year. I'm gonna go around, so I'm gonna use the video for something else. But we're gonna go around and show you a lot of places where things are normally at. Hey, here's where J&P Cycles, here's where all these vendors that they'll have, S&S and all this. Here's where Speeds is at if you want to come out here. Here's where Cal from Chubby Cups is at. Here's where Rick Rack is usually set up at. So we're going to show you a lot where Amsoil Adams at. So where if you're coming maybe the first time and you're like, hey, I got to get an oil change from Amsoil Adams, and I don't know really where that's at. Well, we're going to go around and show you a lot of places where they're at, how to get to them, and all that kind of stuff. Because we're going to be here for 2 weeks. We're going to give you a lot of really great information building up that. We're going to go down and check out the hotel. No matter if none of you say you're in any of those hotels, we're still going to go down the A1A, and any hotel that's closed, we're going to do a video. It'll all be one thing. What hotels are closed on the A1A? And then that way, if you're one of the ones that's booked, you need to call them personally.
And we're going to show you part of the beach too, just to let you
Yes.
know how the beach is.
Now, we just talked to a guy today that was down there 2 weeks ago, and he said a lot of the beach you can get on it. Now, I'm not saying that. I've heard nothing but bad stuff, so we'll wait until we get there. We'll show you on camera. We're going to take a lot of different shots along the beach area to see, is it habitable or not? So, and if you've got a hotel that you are staying at, you can let us know what that is, if it's on the A1A. If it's in town, I don't know if we'll have time to go by it, but you can still send it to us and we'll still look. If you haven't physically talked to somebody. Because the one is that Hawaiian thing. It wasn't supposed to open till, I think, today or tomorrow. And, you know,
How construction goes.
And I'm like, that's a big gamble, especially if I was coming this weekend for race. But I think it's a timeshare and they've got rooms they rent to or something, but the Hawaiian Gardens or Hawaiian something it's called. Somebody will probably say what it is. But so we want to do all that for you guys and show you all that stuff. So what else we got going on that week is...
Monday is the Bike Builders Breakfast.
And then we're going to have Ciro in the afternoon.
Destination Daytona. Did you already say that?
Yeah, that's going to be on Monday too, from 12 to 2 is I think what I said. 2 hours we'd be there. And we'll do a meet and greet. Might do a live from there. I don't know. It depends on what's going on. And then after that, we're thinking Tuesday. We may do a ride. If you guys want to do a ride with us, we're going to go do the Ormond Loop. And then from there, we're going to come out and we're going to go down to Pensacola, what's that called down there?
Ponce de Leon.
Yeah, that town, where there's a lighthouse. It's not a town. There's a really neat bar there, got great food, and it's right on the water. And if you guys are interested, you'll need to let us know. We'll probably do a short on it and say, hey, you need to let us know so we can tell them how many seats we need to save.
Right.
Because we'll probably go down.
If you don't have time to do the ride and just want to meet us down there, we
to eat.
can
That's fine too. Yeah, about when we're going to
we'll be down.
So what we're going to do is go down there and we'll do the ride, and then we'll go down there and see how long it's going to take us to get down there. So that's going to be Tuesday. Wednesday is kind of changed a little bit. It is, isn't that the girls' ride? Wednesday?
That might be Tuesday. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's Wednesday.
I think I put it in my
She's going to check her
notes.
phone. So what is the Bells ride? We're going to do a short on that too. Are you a woman or a girl that loves to ride your motorcycle and you're bringing it down here? Or are you one of the guys that just love women and girls? You can come on this great ride, and it's like $25 to go on it, and they're going to do a nice ride around Daytona area. And well, you can look up just the Bells ride in Daytona. And but you got to do it all online. You got to pay. You can't pay that day. You have to do your thing and do it online. We haven't done ours yet, but we're going to. We probably could have done it for free, but it's money that they give to it. Same thing. It helps girls, women organizations, and it's a good thing. So that's Wednesday. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday. She's still looking it up. Thursday is my #1 bike show you can't miss. If you've been watching my 2 videos that came on last week and the one that came out yesterday, seen all those people, that's Willie's Tropical Chopper Show. That is the best motorcycle show in the United States. There is nothing compares to that. We will be there all day on Thursday. That video is just about ready last year, just about ready to break 200,000 views. Our #1 video of all time. And it's like, which it is, I love that show. Willie's a great guy. All the money, every freaking dime, every penny he gets goes to veteran organizations. The beer money, everything. All the people that are there are working for free. And if you're a follower of Wim's motorcycle, that he's going to be there. He's going to have, I don't know if he's going to bring any of his bikes or not, but he sometimes he gives a bike away, and he's got to have his booth there and stuff. And he's a great guy. I didn't realize when I was doing the highlight video, I was like, holy crap, we met this guy 3 years ago. Was it Wednesday?
It is Wednesday, yeah.
Okay, so it is Wednesday. So you got to go to their website. It's not, I'm thinking it's a Full Throttle, or the Buffalo Chip.
No, it's on the Harley Davidson website.
Okay, because you're going to meet at the racetrack at the Harley booth,
Yes.
is where they're going to leave from. So we'll give you a little bit more information that on a short in the probably next week sometime, to let you guys all know that we booked our place to go ride with these girls, and it'll be a lot of fun. And if you want to go, there's one more ride to go on. There's 2 rides we got set up to go with, so that'd be kind of neat. And especially the Bells group, and guys are more than welcome. So it's not just a girls ride. There'll be a lot of girls there. So if you'd like to see a lot of girls on bikes, or if you're a girl on a bike and you want to be with other women, there you go.
Yeah.
Bells ride on Wednesday.
Western Custom says Wednesday they're also doing the female bike show as well at the same place.
Okay, yeah, 'cause I think that's after that. When they come back, they'll do the.
They start and end at the speedway there.
And they end at the speedway.
Yes.
So that's kind of neat. It's always great to support women riders. They're good
Bruce
to look at
Nelson
too.
says, I wish I were there. 18 above now. Thank God it's not 18 below. I know. That's a big difference.
So we do our best for those that can't make it. We're going to do our best to show you everything that's going on, and give you guys.
There's Bob O'Sox. I haven't seen you in forever. I was wondering how you've been.
Yeah.
We saw him Myrtle Beach, I guess is where it was.
Okay.
They were at the state park where we were.
So after that, we don't have. I think that's the last day we have anything planned is Thursday. So I don't know what we're doing Friday, Saturday, at the end of the week. Is it over on Saturday or is it over on Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay. So
Last year we left on Sunday, so this I didn't book until Monday. So
Yeah.
we'll be there through the rally.
Yeah, so we will be there until Sunday. Maybe we'll do another breakfast the last Sunday. Most of the time, everybody's kind of clearing out and heading home. It's more the local people that are there, kind of there the last weekend.
Harley Frank's on. Oh, I don't hear that.
And it's supposed to get really warm. We're looking next week. What is today?
Today's Thursday. Tomorrow's
So
Friday.
it's supposed to drop into the 60s the next 2 days, and then we're going to be back up into the 80s again. So it'll be great riding here. That's the only thing about the humidity.
Eastwood.
Is when you look at the humidity out here, when you're riding a bike, you don't feel the humidity. So if you can find a good place to ride and things like that. And we're going to be in Florida for a whole month. So if you're hanging around even on the west coast of Florida or something like that, you can let us know, and maybe we can go for a ride or something with you. We'll be down in Fort Myers. We may even go to the Keys for a couple of days. Don't know yet, but we'll know that in about a week. If we'll be down in the Keys, we're just going to go down in the middle of the week. Another people that watch our channel has a condo down there, and he'd like to do a video on it and for promotional. He said, hey, if you guys come down to a video, I'll give you guys a couple nights for free. And we're like, sure, we can do that for you. We can help you out. And it's
David Eastwood says 34 in Utah.
too
Mike
cold for me.
says, happy belated Valentine's Day. Seen any rain? A few sprinkles here and there. We never, knock on wood, was in any kind of downpour.
Oh, Mike's on.
Yep, that's what I just said.
Oh.
He said, happy belated Valentine's Day. Seen any rain?
Nothing, not pouring down rain. We've just kind of been misty. She's on her phone half the time. She ain't even seeing what's going on. We've seen a whole bunch of deers on the side of the road. There's some deers. Huh? Too late now. We done drove
Wait, you
past them.
gotta tell me before.
Well, I didn't see them. They're coming up, and I'm like, oh crap. Well, first I'm
And how
looking.
many times have I said, did
like
you see
8
that
of 'em.
deer? No.
And yeah. So we didn't see
We've
a whole
never
lot.
been to the Keys before.
Yep, never been to the Keys. And why we just couldn't afford it. Plus, it's a long ride down there. And so we're thinking if weather's good, we're gonna leave the trailer probably here or in Fort Myers, and then ride the bike down.
Okay, Mark, thanks.
And spend a couple days down there, and then come back, and then figure out where we're. She's pretty much got us between Orlando and Fort Myers for a lot of that time that we're there. And Leesburg, we'll be in Leesburg. We're staying at the same campground the Monkey Man's staying at,
Windy Acres.
and should be a wild time there.
He went Twerk's on. Hey there, how
He
you
said he
guys
was
doing?
excited that we're going to come down
Me
when he's
again. I'm
there.
going to be in Fort Myers 2 weeks to visit my son. I won't have my bike with me though.
You don't have to. We can stop and go eat or have dinner or lunch.
Meet you somewhere.
We always go to this place that has the best chicken wings or chicken. What is it?
Tenders. Chicken.
Yeah, chicken tenders. What's the name of the place? You know what it is?
Chubby's, I think is the name of
Yeah,
it.
best.
Spear battered chicken strips, whatever you want
Yeah,
to
chicken
call
strips
them.
is what it is.
Oh my God.
Really good.
And then we also go, well, he's Fort Myers. I don't know how bad Fort Myers is. Hopefully your son didn't get hit too bad during the hurricane, but there's a Ford's garage down there too
Yeah.
that we like to go to. And then also up in Port Charlotte is Twisted Fork.
Yeah.
That's a good place to go. Chicken parts, Bruce Nelson said. One way in, one way out. Yep. Mike said that he's already tricked out his new bike. You got a new bike? Did you know he got a new bike?
Didn't know you got a new bike. What'd you get?
I don't remember. He might have told me.
You could have waited till you came out to the garage and you could have got all kinds of free stuff from us. We got some people that want to pay us. Well, don't want to pay us. Want to give us free stuff to make videos. So what we're thinking about doing is I don't want a bunch of crap on my bike. We did the phone charger and that's fine. I'm going to put some lights on the back in between the luggage boxes, brake lights, tail lights, and that's it probably
We've
for the
seen
back.
more.
I don't want all the lights across my bike. One, because when we got the golf cart in the back of the trailer, I got to take all the boxes off. I just don't want. I figure they're the one thing that's going to get damaged. So I don't want all that junk, more crap to unplug.
Me again says he didn't get hit too bad, but the surrounding area is dead. The piers were taken out. Guess he was in a lucky spot. That's good. God was watching out for him. If we don't have your number, me again, go to contact us at bobandtams.com and send us your information, and we'll send you our information. And then when we get down that way, I don't know when you're going. We'll be down there April 1st through the 14th or the 10th, one of those two. I don't remember which.
14 days.
Yeah. But I think we have to go back early because we're going to stay in Orlando and then we have to be out 7
many
days
days.
before we go to Leesburg. So I think we're only there 10 days. I think we're there April 1st through April 10th. Ciro phone holder going on today. All right, Bruce. Who's putting
Did you
his
go
on
off
today?
my link?
There you go.
Give us a few pennies for what we did,
What's
and it seems like a
impressive?
pretty neat thing. I kind of like it. Make sure, because it came off in the trailer. There's which I didn't even notice it, and I don't read the instructions. That's probably my first thing. It probably is in the instructions. It probably told you that. But when the phone holder connects to the
Perch mount.
yeah, that's it. The perch mount. It's actually turnable, which I didn't really know. It didn't really matter because I just wanted it straight anyway. There's a little set screw inside there. Tighten that down. Mine fell out. I can't find it. They're going to send me a new screw. So I'm going to Loctite it in there because I don't need it turned. I guess it depends on where you put it on your handlebars. I want it straight out. I don't think I didn't know it turned, and I didn't read the instructions. So I might turn it a little bit, put the Loctite in it. I don't know yet, but Loctite that little screw because it just fell out in the trailer.
And if we would have been riding and that would have fell off,
It
he
was
would.
probably in the instructions. So we'll talk about that in one of the videos. Maybe when we're at the Ciro booth, I'll show you where that screw is if I don't show it on my bike, and say, hey, make sure you. I'm gonna put Loctite on it. That's gonna be it. There's nothing more fun than having your phone come off. But the reason it turns is because it's got little notches there that you can turn it to angle it where you want it. But when I watched somebody else's video on it, that's what I did. I just watched somebody's video to kind of get an idea how to put it on, and that was good enough, and that's how I did it. But what's nice about it, I don't know what I was even going to say.
I don't know.
Oh, it went through the OtterBox. That guy said, oh, they don't go through OtterBoxes. It went through our OtterBox just fine, charged it.
Mike says Monkey did trade 2 bikes for a 22 Road Glide
Yep,
special.
I seen that. He's supposed to be bringing it to Daytona.
And Mike Weston says I'm getting some more lights from Ciro. Best day is looking like Friday. That sounds good. So that's not the day we're going to be there, though, is it?
No.
Me again says I am Paulie P. Changed my name. Some things due to being shadow banned and censored. Okay, Paulie P. So then do you have our phone number or not? Anyway, you can go to our email, contact us at bobandtams.com, and we'll switch numbers
Or
if
you
we
can go,
don't have your
if you
number.
have trouble with that, just go to bobandtams.com and you can comment down there. There's a place you can contact us and it comes in through the email. So that might be an easy way to tell people like that that don't know us. Just
Instead of
go to our
email.
website, bobandtams.com. It's not totally all done. She hasn't had time to work on it. I'm going
Mike
to...
says we should have a breaking news. Bob's got a screw loose. It's lost.
It's lost.
He's not
Lost my
having-
nuts. I showed you guys the other day that they had some roasted nuts over there at...
Oh, they had
Buc-ee's.
boiled peanuts in a can too somewhere we were at.
So many people probably like boiled peanuts. Never had them.
So slimy. I don't know how anybody eats those.
But they had sugar-coated nuts. So, have you ever had your nuts sugar-coated?
Oh,
Might want to try that sometime.
Have you ever used whipped cream?
No, I don't think we've done that either. On my nuts? No, I never had nuts and
Hello
whipped cream.
to both of you. As you may know, the Daytona 200, I thought it was the 500.
It's the 500.
It's on March
I think that's the motorcycles.
9th through 11th.
I think that's the motorcycle.
Oh, okay.
We contacted
They're
them to
selling
get
VIP tickets.
passes. We haven't heard back from these people.
Yeah, I bet you it didn't get to them. You need to call. You need to resend it. They're selling VIP with an escorted one lap. See, somebody told us
When is
that
that?
last year too. The 8th.
So we'll check. But yes, that was the stipulation, because people were asking that. We'll have to check that the 8th. We'll have to write that down.
You have to buy a VIP ticket, and then you get escorted one lap around the Daytona Speedway, plus many other amenities. Also, Hog
I think
Rally,
Mike was asking
March
that.
8th.
I think Mike was asking that and said it'd probably be a good thing we could film that. They probably wouldn't let me film that and sell it.
Marcus Cytosis, I don't know. Hey there, Marcus and Susan here. Just got the oil change on the bike and ready for Daytona. See you there. Super excited. All right, Marcus and Suzanne, we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Bruce says, got the big ass cup holder on the other side. Loctite is a must.
Loctite is your friend.
Paulie P says he has our number. Okay. Bull says, laugh out loud. They're all laughing at your nuts. I love some boiled peanuts. Oh, you know.
I think it's a southern thing.
And maybe I didn't get a good batch, but my son-in-law, when he was down here a couple years ago, he says, "Oh, you gotta try these," and they were just slimy to me. I don't know, did not like them.
She likes her nuts dry.
Yes, I do. So I once sunbathed naked. That's what Mike said. You got some roasted nuts, I guess.
It's turned over. What's been on your back? Got them low and hanging.
Again, Tito's and lemonade will make you do that. Boiled peanuts are awesome, Bobble Sock says. I don't know.
Well, they sell them like here, like at every gas station they have them, or little roadside stands have them, and it's almost kind of like orange juice. You know, it's a big thing, especially down here in Florida and stuff. We haven't really seen a whole lot of stuff. We stopped at Buc-ee's. We've only done 2 Buc-ee's, and we passed 3 or 4. There's one right out here, which I don't know if we're going to stop or not. We'll have to see what the price of gas is. Right now, our gas card, which we kind of screwed up on that. We gave you the wrong information. If you've gotten it, we didn't make any money off yet. But we have to give you a number. So we're going to do another video, and we're going to show you. We're averaging saving about 40 to 50 bucks a day on our gas.
So far, we've saved over. Well, I only
We
did
started on
for the
Saturday.
first 3 days, and we said, excuse me, $90. So I've still got 2 more days to do. I couldn't find
And
a
so we're
stupid
getting gas for
gas.
right around under $3.50 a gallon so far. Now, we're in Florida. Gas is more expensive in Florida. Don't know why. I think the next station is $3.80, but it's still cheaper here. It's $4.50 here for diesel in Lake City here. So it's definitely cheaper than me going to a regular gas station. So if you got a diesel, you can really save some money. And we're going to do another separate video, because what we're going to do is show you what we're saving, so you can actually see where we went, what the truck stop was. I took a picture of the pump, show you how much I paid, what you would have paid.
Anybody else without a card?
Then we're going to show you what we paid for it. And so, yes, we've saved. So, yeah, big difference, especially if you're traveling a long distance. Or if you live right by a truck stop.
Bruce Nelson has a public service announcement. He says, don't use peanut butter. Every dog in the neighborhood will chase you down. Bull said he doesn't like, I guess, the boiled peanuts either. Kiwi and Twerp says, we definitely want the info on the gas card. And it's only for diesel now, just to make sure.
Yeah, so if you got a
guys know.
motorhome, or you got a trailer, you can just keep going.
Or if you've got a
Pickup
diesel truck.
Yeah. And
So just so you guys know, it's not
Yeah.
regular gasoline we're saving. It's only on diesel.
yeah, it's only on diesel, and you have to go through the diesel pumps, commercial. But they got you down as a commercial driver.
That Buc-ee's credit card is the same thing. So why they advertise it down
We're going
here
to
in
try to
Florida?
talk. If we don't get to it at one of the Buc-ee's here in Daytona, we're going to go sit down with the manager, and we're going to say, do you understand what this credit card does? And he's like, oh, I know. He's going to say, yeah, it's a great credit card. No, it's not. Unless you work at freaking Buc-ee's, you can't get the card unless you're in Texas around Houston or work at one of these places that they get. You got to join the credit union first.
And
once
that
you-
was a hassle.
Yeah, and then we ended up, I don't think you ever ended up joining it anyway, did you?
Yeah, no, I've got money in it. I get bank
Then they
statements
should give
from
it, if you belong to a credit card union, then you should get it. That's what they said.
because my address is the address at home in
And
Arizona.
so the problem with this is and you just can't get the card. So it's a MasterCard. You're supposed to now get anything you buy at Buc-ee's. You're supposed to get 5% back on everything you get back. So it's useless to anybody unless you live in Houston. And so we're gonna go talk to the manager there and say, do you understand how this works? It don't. So I don't know why you're even advertising a stupid credit card at all your places, because nobody can get it.
How has your truck been running since you made your modification?
Fine. No complaints. I got little. We pulled out of a place I had to get a step on, and pulling the trailer, I got a burnout.
You did. I only saw black smoke come out once, but I don't know. So far so good. And yes, Kiwi and Twerp, I'm assuming that card works in California because that's what they said.
Works anywhere.
But I mean, the gas is outrageous there too.
No,
so
you still might save this just
because
that
one
much.
place
Right now,
we saved almost $1, didn't we? One place.
So it ends up being that right now the TAs have been, and also what's the other one? What's the other name TAs run under? Petro. Right now, those have been the best price. Now we could have gone to the other ones. Now, now they also have discounts, which I won't take the trailer to. You can go to 7-Eleven. They also got the
regular gas station.
What's that other station that we were going to go to? Like Checkers or something. It's called Stripes. All the Stripes, you can use it there at Stripes, so you just use it when you got your regular trucks out.
But if you got the RV, it's kind of tight because it's like a regular gas station.
Yeah.
And it's kind of tight to get in.
So we don't really try to.
But we did try to use it at one, didn't we? And it wouldn't work there?
Well, it ended up what they told us is for those kind of stations, you have to go inside. Like we went to a goofy truck stop in Fort Stockton. It was a Stripes. And you had to go in, and she had to do it in there. And so I don't like to do that because I don't like them running it through. But in this case, I don't care because the bill goes to the trucking company first, and they're only going to charge me for the final one. So who cares how many times they run it through? So we keep our receipts, and she's writing everything down. So this year, we're going to be able to give you, if you're a YouTuber, which we had, like Harley Frank, I think is one of them, and a couple other people have asked us if we could tell them what our expenses is traveling across the United States as a YouTuber. So we're going to give you those numbers this year. She's counting everything, even what we eat. So every penny.
M&Ms that we bought.
Yeah, we got a deal. 3 packages for $3.
$1 each, yeah.
Yep. And most of the places are selling them for $3 to $4 a pack. It's a little bitty package. It's got like 10 M&Ms in it. That's to keep me going.
Mm-hmm. He thinks he needs that, yeah. I'm not eating them. I'm still doing good on my diet.
Yeah.
So far so good. Me again says Buc-ee seems like a scam to get more open accounts. Well, you can't even. The only way I got it is they have this list of businesses that if you're affiliated with any of these businesses, you can get the credit card through them. So where I have my 401k at, that was listed on there. It's Fidelity. So I wrote them and I said, this is where my 401k is. They said, okay, then you can open an account here. So you had to open the account first. Then it says to apply for the credit card. And the credit card says, no, your address is in Arizona. You can't have a card. You have to live within 10 miles of one of our things.
And they're all in Houston.
And so my cousin was in Galveston, and I said, can I use your address? And they said, sure. And I said, we have to be in 10 miles of one of these credit unions. She knew who it was. And she says, oh, no. She says, I'm like 25 miles away. They would give it to me.
So that's the problem. And now they've changed it. When I went back, a lot of the companies now say it has to be a Texas. You have to be employed in Texas. So it's just a messed up deal.
It's a racket.
So we're going to talk to them because it is. Why advertise it? They should only be advertising it at the credit union
in Texas.
In Texas. People
union.
That are going to that credit union is really the only people that could really get the card.
Mike says diesel saving equals extra money for Laconia.
That's right.
You gonna go to Laconia? So Bruce says $3.19 for regular gas today, but I used 89 grade, so don't look at the price.
So we see, now if there's somebody in Laconia, we just got contacted on the way here from Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. We have a sponsor that wants to bring us to Bikes, Blues, and Barbecues this year. We're going to stop on the way home, going down the 40, and chat with this gentleman. And if it all works out, we'll let you guys know at that time where we're going to be and all that. But he said he will sponsor us to be at Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue this year. That'll be in September. So we'll give you more information on that soon. But hey, just like that, if you got somebody in Laconia that says, hey, we want the Bob and Tam team there because they give out such great, this guy says, there's nobody covers rallies, and this guy knows all the YouTubers. He's like, nobody covers it like you guys do. He says,
They
I
want
want
our
you.
demographics to know about Bikes
That's
Boogie
right.
Barbecue to get more people to go.
That's right. The YouTube industry, the YouTube family, and all the bikers that want to know what's going on, come to the Bob and Tam Show because we're the ones giving out all that information.
So,
Because
Bob,
remember, we are the hardest working YouTubers.
out
Did you
there.
guys tell me that?
That's
You
what
just
they,
repeat?
that's what we hear that all the time.
I said, when I get audited, we're going to call all you because they're going to say, there's no way, people, there's no way you people can have all these expenses. You got to be doing something. You got to be having fun. I have fun doing what we do, but we work the whole time. If you don't enjoy what you do, you shouldn't be doing it. You need to find a different job.
Oh, Bible Sock says, wish we could be there in Daytona this year, but maybe we will see you guys in Myrtle Beach. We're in the process of selling our camper. All right, sounds good.
So we will be in Leesburg this year. Panama City looks like, I think we're going to be there the whole time. He first said he'd give us once again, somebody's going to give us a spot for with the vendors. The promoter is going to get us there for a couple of days. We talked to Adam. Well, we're not going to tell you where we're at. And you'll figure out where we're at. And we're going to stay by there. We're going to stay with the vendors is where I think we're going to be staying at. So we'll be in Panama City for that rally. Then right after that is a week later is going to be Myrtle Beach. So we'll be at Myrtle Beach for the rally. I don't know if we're getting there early or not. I think they're getting pretty close. I don't know if there's a lot of time between them. They're both in May. It might be a week.
Yeah, usually a week. I think there's like 10 days between them.
So we could call the other campground, see if we can get in there a few days earlier. I don't know.
You have to move probably.
No, but I mean, we're not there. But I mean, call our one that we have the.
Oh, Briar Cliff up there.
See if we can get in there for a few
They
days.
nickel and dime you that too. It's supposed to be free. And then, oh, you got a golf cart? Well, we don't have the
Well,
golf cart.
no golf cart. Can't charge
But
us for that.
then they charge you a premium fee because they're a premium place. So it was $3 a day for the premium resort and $5 a day for a freaking golf cart. So it was $8 a day to stay there, which doesn't sound like a lot. But if you already pay for a membership and you pay
Plus,
the
you're paying
dues
$1,000
and you pay,
freaking year for dues and.
anyway. So anyway, Jose F91000 says he paid $1.76 Euro liter diesel. They're in Germany.
I don't know how that turns into U.S.
I
money.
don't know.
Probably a lot more.
Mexi Philly says you
Oh, he
work
made it
too
back?
hard.
Did
Yep.
he make it back? You're back in the
He's
States?
been back, I think.
No, he was still over there the other day. I think I seen a short came up that looks like he was in San Antonio, I think. I just kind of seen that this morning when I was
We
thumbing
just
through.
went through there.
Yep, you just missed us.
Yeah.
We were there 2 days ago, a day ago.
Yep. Me again
We didn't
says
stop
I
him.
like Bike Cruise and Barbecue. It's a bit smaller, less commercialized as of now. Yep.
And there's some great riding and stuff there. And we're trying to get Rogers, the town of Rogers, which has taken over it. And a lot of people complained last year about it, that they didn't close streets down and all this. We're trying to get them with the city of Sturgis. And tell them, and Sturgis has said, we'd be happy to, if they want to fly down and talk to us, we're not going down there, or talk on the phone, whatever they want, Zoom or whatever, they would be more than happy to answer questions and help them with their rally. So we're working on that too. That's why we're probably gonna stop in there on the way back in May and meet with some of these people to try to get this all arranged and set up. So looks like that might be one of our big rallies we might start doing all the time.
Paulie P says Ozarks are beautiful, and Mexi Philly says a bait bike show 2023. Is that where he's at now?
Is that the one in Texas? Or is that the one that that one that goes all over the place?
I don't know. And then Mike says that equaled out to $11.50 a U.S. gallon.
That's expensive. I know we're very lucky in the United States, even though we whine and cry about our prices that we pay. We are a lot. But what's crazy about this is we have so much freaking gas inside the United States in the ground that they won't let people pump out. That's ridiculous. The last president we had, we didn't need to buy any oil from anybody. And we should be doing that. You know, just like that, we have Mexico down there. Mexico is so full of riches, it's ridiculous. Diamonds and gold and gas and all that. So,
I'm trying to get her attention.
who is? She ain't gonna come back. She knows. We're talking to our family is what we told them.
Our
Instead of saying we're
kids.
doing a YouTuber, we're like, we're gonna talk to our family here. You're our family, see?
You are.
So it's pretty exciting. How many people we got on? 43, 44. Not bad for a unscheduled afternoon. The evening for a couple of you, and probably over there in Aussie, it was probably later there.
Australia.
They're 15 hours
Mom's
different.
not on. Usually when she's on, she says it's like 10 o'clock in the morning.
They're 15. When I looked it up the other day because somebody was asking, I think it was Australia, I was looking, they were 15 hours ahead of us. So, Semi
Trying to get
is
our
in the
waitress's
shop. I have
attention.
time to tune in.
Maybe if
Oh, Buck Brown. Bruce Nelson, yes we did. Lincoln, Nebraska. Oh, I guess that is that. Oh, that's where it's at. It's in
Yeah,
Lincoln,
okay.
Nebraska.
Hi, could you get her?
You want to get up and ask?
Well, I mean,
She's talking to
the
somebody
other girl
now.
looked at me. I was
Talking to
like,
the manager. Just trying to get refills. We haven't paid yet, and that's always the key. We've learned that about all of our traveling. If you want to sit around and talk a little bit or socialize with somebody, don't ever pay the bill because they won't ever come back. And we
we
did.
were barely done eating, and she's like, "All right, can I get you guys to the go box? And what else? And we'll see you later. Thanks for coming in." I'm like, "We're not even done eating."
Well, they might have closed this section down.
Oh, well,
There's
then
nobody here but us
stop.
on this side.
Stop.
They're over there.
Tough.
Where are you eating lunch at today? We have a gift card.
Texas Roadhouse.
Near. So we're spending that. We're pretty close to it. I think it's a $20 gift card, so I think,
I think it's 25.
I don't remember. And, so we ended up buying it. It was a
gift exchange.
gift exchange, and I knew our daughter really likes to go to Texas
$25.
Roadhouse, and I said, oh, she'll fight over this one. And nobody
did.
did. It's like, whatever, I guess we'll keep it then. It's my money. My gift.
So we actually paid for this dinner. It was just a few months ago.
Yeah, but I would have had to buy another gift for that. We had to buy 2 gifts. She bought one. We bought an espresso cold
Ice.
ice.
Coffee ice
Yeah.
maker.
And that didn't even get fought over that much. The one daughter did take it, and we said, well, we bought it at the store. If you guys in Walmart or something, if you want to take it back, take it back. We don't care.
I gave her the receipt if she wanted to take it
Yeah,
back.
it's not what you guys wanted.
Well, when they opened it, they were all like, "Oh, wow!"
Nobody
But
fought
then-
over. They fought over the cups like we have, those metal cups, the Buc-ee's cups. Our one daughter bought a bunch of those and bought 2 of them with lids and straws
Those
and all
got
that stuff.
stolen a couple
And
times.
those were the hottest thing out of everything that they had.
We had a Buc-ee's cup. We didn't need those.
Yeah, so I
sticky
said
cups.
I would have probably took them, but I didn't need them. Just get up and go ask.
Well,
You can go up and go. You can use the bathroom while you're up. We're still here. We're not going anywhere. Intermission. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So now it's the Bob Show. Yeah. So pretty exciting. So tomorrow we're going to stop at, we have one of our vendors that has a shop in Jacksonville. We're going to stop there and film that. I don't know when that video is going to come out. It's a shop's total disaster because they're filling up the trailer to come to Daytona. Because he said he's going to do his best to get it tried. We got to get there before noon because you got to go to the doctor, get checked up before he hits the road for the season. So we got that to do in the morning. So should be sometime in the afternoon. We should be pulling into Daytona. Don't know what we're doing first. We're going to get set up where we're at. We got one of our subscribers over in Port Orange. We'll be there staying, I think, 4 or 5 days in Port Orange. So we'll be there, be checking things out there. Then we go to a campground in Port Orange for 3 or 4 days. And then we go to our permanent place, which is another private lot, for about a week. For the whole rally. I think we're there for the whole rally. And then that Monday after the rally, then I think we go to Orlando, I think. She's got all that figured out, not me. So most of this year's right now has been really good. We should be paying slim to nothing for most of the places that we're staying at. We have subscribers that have set us up. We've also got our memberships that we have that get us in the campgrounds. And we did pay coming here twice because it was cheap. We stayed because it got cool at night. Instead of burning propane, we could use the little electric heater that we have in the trailer, and that way I kind of set the little heater up a little bit and then turn the RV heater down to like 55 in case it gets really cold. And that night it got down to 36. And then so we paid $20 that night. It was at the Elks. And then the next night we stayed at another Elks, and I paid $20 for that night. And then we ended up staying at one of our other membership things that we were supposed to pay $3, but we ended up staying in a site that it just was electric and water. So we didn't have a sewer, we didn't have to pay the $3. I don't know if we'll get our $3 back or not. So then now we're here, and where we're at now is it runs us $5 a night for this guy. He's got it's called Boondocker's Welcome. He's a friend of ours. We met him through all of our travels. And he charges everybody else $10 or $20, but he loves us. He actually just told me, I'm gonna be out of town for a while in June. Can you come back and run the campground for me? And I'm like, no, we'll be back home and waiting to get ready to go to Milwaukee. So I said, we won't be able to make it. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll just close it down for the 2 weeks. So yeah, so pretty exciting. So that's it. So we'll be in Daytona. We don't pay nothing. I don't think we have another thing we're paying for. Now we did pay for Myrtle Beach. We had to pay for that last year. So we paid for that. That's at the state park. That's why I say we're probably not doing Myrtle Beach again because we just can't justify paying for campgrounds anymore. Quick intermission.
I'm back.
We're back. It's no longer the Bob Show.
I got a
It's my co-anchor's back.
what did they call Ryder Rex when he came on? He was Imitation Bob. I don't know what they called him.
I don't know. He's not on, I guess, huh?
Nope, I don't see him.
Some people wrote stuff. I didn't see what they wrote.
All right, so let me see.
They
What
don't
do
give
you
you
have for lunch
spoons here
today?
That's what Mike asked, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I already did that.
So, Celtic MCO said, adjust for inflation from the 70s, gas should be about $2.80 a gallon. Weston Customs says, I'll catch you guys later. Okay, bye, Weston Customs. We'll see you in Daytona. Drive safe out there, and we'll see you there. Bruce says, give a thumbs up. Mike Martin says, $20. You got an appetite. You got an appetizer. No, we got here
Oh, we got the
early.
two $11.99 specials, where we got the 6-ounce sirloins. You get two sides. You got a salad
and broccoli.
I got a baked potato and corn. Good sweet corn. It was
And
good.
then he got a tea, I got a water, and so our
Okay,
bill
figure-
should be under $30.
Yeah, should be. And then plus a tip.
Macedon DJM says, hey Bob and Tam, you guys are awesome. Nobody covers the bike events like you guys. Thanks. Bruce says, 36. Isn't that lizards falling out of the tree weather? Probably.
Yeah, it is. When we were we just found out that, when did he say it was 17 degrees here in Lake City like a month ago.
Yeah.
His electric bill was $1,000 at where the guy has his campground.
Well, I think he was on a cruise. He loves cruises. So anyway, he was on a cruise, and he says, I left the heater on because I didn't want his pipes and stuff to freeze. And
So
he
yeah,
had a
at 30 something
extremely high-
degrees, when we were down here last year, no, 2 years ago, it was the coldest time Daytona had ever been. It was like 35 degrees, and they had it on the
Yeah,
news
it's like-
that the iguanas and stuff were falling out of the trees. I guess I don't know if they freeze or they
They get too
hibernate.
cold, and they just,
Yeah, who knows?
it's like tipping cows.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll
So y'all aren't doing MV anymore. After this year, probably not. Not unless our YouTube channel explodes and we can go wherever we want.
Yes, and mainly it's just gotten to be expenses. It's just like here, we've almost spent about I don't know, when you figured, I could look at the card real quick. We're almost there. We're only about 150 miles away. We probably are going to spend somewhere between $500 and $700 to get here, just in gas. So
And last year, well, one year we didn't spend that much coming out. We only spent,
yeah, because gas got down to like $2 a gallon.
and I think we only spent like $20 all the way out here just in lodging. And this year we've already spent, well, first place we stayed was
I already told them all
$20.
that.
Second place, okay, so, yeah, so it's not as,
We haven't spent that much. We spent about $43 so far, plus 10 here. We pay him 10. That's 20, 30, $33 we paid for lodging so far. So we paid for two $20 nights,
40.
and then a $3
43.
night.
And if we pay
And
him
then $10.
10, 53.
So that's all we spent coming across for Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, 6 nights. And then the rest of the time now,
Which isn't bad.
But the rest of the time now, we shouldn't have to pay anything, hopefully. Some of the campgrounds we
Until
go
we
to,
get, well, even at Myrtle Beach we won't have to.
we already
because-
paid for. That's why I told them we already paid that. That's the problem we have with this stuff is it just doesn't justify the money that we make on videos,
But we did so good there last year.
and that's the reason we went back this year to Myrtle Beach because the
So Mike
videos
said,
really
didn't you
came
say you
up,
weren't going back to Myrtle Beach after last year? But we did do really good there last
and
year.
that's why we paid before we left. And which this year we're going to do we're going to change things around. We're not going to cover
Call us, Rod.
the vendors as much as we've done in the past. We're going to show you more fun things that are going on, and so we'll see how that all turns out.
Activities you can do while
Yeah.
you're down here. So Rod's on his way down. He said he's going to be here the 24th or 26th. He's going home sometime in March. Rod's who we say
Oh,
lived up
okay.
in Laconia.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Godzilla. No
Where's-
Charlie dog though. Everybody keeps saying, "Where's Charlie? Where's Charlie?"
Oh.
Well, everybody wants Charlie.
We left him bag of food, and a gallon of water.
But
And the doggy door open.
but his dad is not doing real good. They had to get a bigger doggy door for him to go in and out of. It really wasn't big enough to start with, but now he's having trouble with his back legs, so they got him a bigger doggy door. Poor old Jack. Six is on. Right now we're at
Lake City. Florida.
Yep.
So we crossed 4 states yesterday. We did Texas,
No.
Louisiana. No, we started in Texas.
No, we started in Louisiana. We left yesterday. We were in Louisiana at Cajun Harley Davidson.
We did Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. That's right, 4 states. That's what I figured out.
And
4
Florida.
states we've been. So we've been through 4 states in 1 day. That was yesterday. So now we're here. We got here last night. We're here tonight. And then tomorrow we're going to head out. We'll stop over in Jacksonville for the video that we're going to do. Who knows when that'll come out. And
But
then we'll
Brown
be in
says,
Daytona. Sometime after lunch, we'll be in Daytona.
But Brown says, did y'all come down the 75 or across the I-10 down the
10.
75? Y'all came right by me. He's just across the line in Georgia from Lake City. Because it must not be very far away, because even when we told the guy we're staying with, we said, well, Florida isn't that bad. He says, you might as well say this is Georgia. So I didn't know really that Georgia was that close, so the state line must not be very far away. So if you'd have known, you could have came down here and had dinner with us tonight.
Yeah. So tomorrow we're going to leave early.
Like
So
Brown?
by 7 or 8 o'clock, we're going to be on the road tomorrow morning. So
Yeah.
no breakfast.
Largest Murder Beach, expensive.
Is
K-E-L-A-R best. Kevlar best. I don't know what that is. Oh, you already passed us in Tallahassee. Is that where you're at, 6? I didn't know that either. Yeah, we passed Tallahassee yesterday.
Oh, there was
We
a bad
drove-
wrecks on the 10 last night. We didn't get that far. Somewhere between here and Jacksonville, a motor home. They don't know how it happened. It came off the bridge, landed upside down, and completely smashed. Looked like an old Winnebago. Smashed it completely down. 2 people and a dog completely dead. And then they had a semi that had broke down, sitting in the road, 1 lane, and a UPS semi ran into the back of it and killed the guy, the semi driver of the UPS truck. So all happened within an hour and within 4 miles of each other. So luckily we stopped here.
Yeah.
We weren't in that. We wouldn't have been that. Well, we would have been in the traffic jam because it was around 4 or 5 last night.
We left yesterday morning at 6:40 when we got in the truck and headed out. We got here last night at 6:30. So almost 12 hours.
We lost 1 hour.
We did lose an hour. So 11 hours we were in the truck on the road.
Well, we stop a lot. We stop at the rest areas, use the bathrooms. We stop at the truck stops to get
Lost my
gas.
keys.
What did we eat lunch at yesterday? We ate lunch somewhere. Oh, we got the barbecue. You remember that?
Oh,
we stopped at
yeah, the shed.
Got a video coming out on that.
that
Wait till you
was
see
that was lunch and dinner.
Yeah, because it's a big sandwich.
Yeah.
And you'll see it. We got a video. It'll come out. I can't upload anything here. That's why we did it live. We're in town. We're actually like 8 miles away in the boonies here. And the internet sucks so bad, I'm not even going to try. So I got 2 videos done. Cajun Harley. We went by there. That's where we stayed. He comped us electric. Had 50 and 30 amp we could plug right into. And his dad, or his brother, was like, I can't park my trailer back there. How'd you guys get to park back there? So
Well,
you
I
know.
told him, he says, I do that because you never know when I might need it in return. And I said, we've got an RV spot. If you're ever in Laughlin, Nevada, come see us. We'll hook you up. You
Well, he
can
also
stay at our
knows
place.
they're in an organization. I don't know what it's not like he said it was the Orange Group or something.
I don't know.
And so our Las Vegas dealers,
Are in the
our
same-
our hometown dealer, somebody's birthday! Yay! They're riding the Bronco.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
That's a different place. I think here they put.
Yeah.
Ride that cowboy.
Uh,
This is
Mariana.
like.
Yeah, we're not very far. I think Mariana's where we stopped and got gas. We're a little bit past Mariana. We're
150
in
miles.
Melbourne, actually. Around there, right next to Lake City. Ride life, your life depends on it. Says, what's up, guys? I'm just chilling in Corpus Christi. Chilly weekend here. 70s and 80s next week. I still want my sticker. Be safe. Send me your address, and I will send you one. Ride like your life depends on it. I've sent a couple out. Yeah,
Well, the one guy said he finally got it, so he's not the one that didn't get one.
Bruce says, "Paching, see y'all later." He's got to go. Bruce and Buck Brown says, "Never mind. The I-10 is horrible, terrible."
And each state kind of changes because you get in a state like Louisiana. We got in there and it was like rough as hell for a while. And about halfway through, it was all smooth. First of all, quit building interstates with asphalt. put concrete down. It lasts a whole lot longer. And then when they try to patch it, especially with the RV, you know, it just throws us all over the place. And it's like, I don't know. In Texas, in Houston, it's been a mess through Houston for the last 3 years. Can't get that crap
Buck
together.
Brown says he saw that on the news this morning. Mike Martin says that vest is a bulletproof vest. The motorhome was a couple in their dog, and they didn't survive. Yeah. Cameron Peach says, hey guys, Bubble Socks gave us $1.99. He might have got a sticker. I don't know. That's a rhapsody for UPS drivers. They have a very high safety rating. Emery's on. Ron, hey, how are you doing? Hi, guys.
Luckily, we didn't get killed on the highway because somebody tried to rescue a dog while we were on Interstate 10. We stopped in the middle of the lane.
This poor little dog, it was scared to death, and it wanted to jump.
So we risked our life to sell a pooch.
Save a dog.
Probably a mutt.
He was scared.
There was another guy already stopped, some kind of worker. We thought maybe it was his dog, but it wouldn't really go to him either. The dog was just panicking. I thought the dog would eventually run in the traffic, and it never did. It kept jumping on top of the concrete mediums, like you put between lanes. He'd be standing on top of it, and she said it was like a 20-foot drop-off.
Well, he jumped up, and he was going to jump, and he looked down and thought, oh, aren't doing that.
And so
then he was like scared. He was
so he ran between both of them, and I kept pulling up the RV, and I could see people behind us turning around us. It was a semi behind us for a long time, so I didn't, they would have had to hit that first. We were in the number 1 lane, so we're all the way to the right. And the traffic was already braking because this guy was already out. So we had already slowed pretty well down.
Well, we were coming around a corner. He's like, why is everybody stopping? I said, we're going around the curve.
California.
In California, they do that. And then all of a sudden, then we saw the dog. I said, oh, there's a dog. It's going to get hit.
So it ended up, she got finally close enough that it got to be, that guy got close enough to where he could grab the dog. It was a little dog. He was only about that tall.
Probably about a 20, 30-pound dog.
I wasn't even that. And he looked kind of like the dog from Homer Simpson. He looked like that dog.
He did.
He might have been that dog.
Santa Claus, isn't that his name or something like that?
I think it was. He looked just like him.
He did. It did. But it was scared to death. Poor
that
little
guy
doggy.
had him. He grabbed him. He put him in his work truck and down the road.
I asked him. I said, "You got him? Are you okay?" And he didn't even respond to me. Like I wasn't even there. I guess he thought I was going to try to take the dog, and I don't know. Maybe the guy took him home and ate him.
I doubt that. He looked like a worker. He was on his way to work.
You guys need capes and a mask. Santa's little helper. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's it. Santa's little helper. Just like him. Heck, we should have got him. We probably could have made him a mascot.
We could have. Charlie would have been happy. Well, he might have if he likes other dogs.
If he hangs around enough with him. As long as it doesn't bother him. Don't like dogs sniffing on him.
It's so funny because if a dog comes up to him and wants to play, he gets down and all this stuff, Charlie looks at him like, get away from me. But if Charlie comes up and another dog kind of ignores him, Charlie will say, let's play. And the dog won't. I said, you're such a silly dog. You won't play with the dogs that want to play with you, and then you try to make the dogs play with you, the ones that don't want to. So, anyway.
It's a dog's life.
Be safe. It's supper time. All right, Scott, take care. 6 is the one that gave us Santa's little helper. She gave us the right name. 42 on 46. Thumbs up. How about that?
There you go. Thank you.
And we got $1.99 from Bob Olsop.
That's right. So it's great. We appreciate all you guys. We wanted to come on tonight because I didn't have a video to put up. One of these ones, either the Cajun or the barbecue place, will come up tomorrow night, and we'll have. If you guys can check that out, right? Maybe I'll do the barbecue one first, and in case some of you are traveling, you want to find the world's best barbecue. But I'm going to tell you. At the end, I tell you what I really think about it. You really need to watch it all the way to the end to hear what I really got to say about it.
True thoughts. Mike says, Wonder Twin Powers active from a traffic cone. Christopher Dodd says, where will you guys do a meet and greet and when?
So we're doing the first one. We're going to do 2 while we're there. The first one that we know of so far is set up for Monday afternoon from noon till 2 at the Ciro booth at Destination Daytona.
There's one before that.
We're not
Sunday
going to do
at the Beaver Bar.
Oh yeah, Sunday we're doing breakfast. That's if you want to come and have breakfast with us. We're going to be
meet and greet.
Yeah,
we'll meet and greet
it's breakfast. So I don't know how long we're going to stay there. If people show up, we'll stay longer. If not, we'll be gone.
We'll be there from 8 till
whenever
we're done eating.
Because we have nothing going on
until you guys are all gone.
And so we're going to hang around. Leslie is going to fix us up there. She's the owner. We know all the owners. We're the only ones that know all these people. People come up to a lot of other YouTubers. Come up to us all the time. They're like, how do you get all these connections?
Through connections. We know people that know people that know people.
Which is, this is part of the fun that I have when I do this. is people always say, well, isn't all the rallies the same? Well, they are. But the stuff, especially like at the Buffalo Chip this year, if you're not going to be there, you need to sit home and watch every night's live what's going to happen at the Buffalo Chip. You are not going to believe what you're going to see, what you're going to hear, and what you're going to know about the Buffalo Chip. It's never been seen, never been told, never been done anywhere. Why? Because we have this great connection with the owner of the Buffalo Chip, Rod. He's actually coming here. We're going to have lunch with him on, I don't know, next week the 9th. What day is that? We're busy with him that day. We're going to go eat lunch with Rod. And she has to call every week. If he don't call her, she don't call her, he's like, well, why didn't you call me last week? So we try to call him every week and kind of get inside of what he's doing and what's going on. And so if you go on the women's ride, we're going to be doing that on Wednesday. The Bells ride, you have to pay ahead of time for it. It's like $25 to get into that. Tony Woodruff, which is Rod's daughter, is going to be in that ride. She's one of the people leading that ride off. She's a big supporter of the Bells ride. She does this one and the other one.
And so is Laura Clark, and she's going to be there.
Right. Laura Clark has got a big, giant, fancy bike she's building for Sturgis. I think she's giving it away.
And if you want to support the Bikers Bells ride, and you're not even going to be down here, what you can do, they call it pay it forward, and you can pay $25 and give the chance for either a woman or somebody who wants to support, can't afford to be in it, and they love to do that. So what they'll do is they
probably have a handful of girls that just don't have the money. You know, they can ride a little bit and they can, you know. So this is the way they call it, paying it forward. So you can pay ahead. I don't know if you'll ever know who it was the money goes to, but all the money goes to women organizations, and the guys can ride on this too. So what's great about this, if you're a single guy, I'm not saying you're going to pick anybody up, but hey, what's better than to go riding with a bunch of ladies and girls? Nothing wrong with that at all. And they're glad to see you. So it'd be a lot of fun. If you go on their website, they show you a whole bunch of the women that are leading it off. And some I don't know who they are, but they're probably somebody important, but I'd have to go. Like that girl that's got what's that vlogging girl that has the van?
Savannah Rose.
Is that her name?
And then there's Motor Madam.
Motor Madam. I think she's going to be there.
And Savannah Rose.
Yeah.
And Maggie, somebody else.
So it's kind of neat. And we used to, when we first started riding Harleys, our hog group, we had more women riding with us than we did guys.
That's why I decided to ride my own bike.
Yeah. And the guys wouldn't come. They wanted to sit and watch football all the time. And so we went riding with the girls all the time. Me and Art. Sometimes we were the only two guys that were with all these girls. And it was a lot of fun. They don't complain so much. They just, let's ride. A little longer at bathroom stops, but that's okay.
What date is the first greet and meet at Destination Daytona? I know you said it was Monday. So I guess that will be on the 6th.
Yeah, 6th.
So we're going to do the Bike Builders Breakfast first. If you want to go to that, that's $20. And that's for a great cause, too.
That's Sunday morning.
No, that's Monday morning.
Oh.
And then Monday afternoon we'll be at Zero. Right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Ooh, they turned the lights out on us. They want us out of here.
And
it's like, it's 5:10. It's like...
Well, they don't have enough people. They closed this section down.
Well,
I don't care. They want to give us our private area because we told them we wanted to kind of be away from everybody, you know, because we're talking to the family and they might get emotional. And so, you know, like, okay, we'll put you over against the wall here. Yeah, it's okay. I don't mind it.
So,
got a light here. Got a little spotlight here on us. Hey, look at us.
So anyway, so that will be Monday. What did I just say?
The 6th.
The 6th.
6th.
So Sunday is Beaver Bar breakfast. We're going to be there at 8. That's on US 1. 8 o'clock for breakfast if you want to be there with us. Monday morning, Bike Builders breakfast. I think that starts at 9. That's $20 if you want to go. But you get breakfast and you get to meet all the bike builders. Rusty Wallace will be there. Usually Billy Lane's there.
All that money goes to the donation too.
And then Monday afternoon, 1 to 3, you said?
12 to 2.
12 to 2 will be at Zero. And that's still at Destination Daytona. Across, you go Destination Daytona, JP Cycle, and then that next lot, that's where Zero's at. And we'll be over there from 12 to 2.
And then we're going to have one more meet and greet in Daytona at one more other vendor. But we were going to do that Saturday morning, but now since the Sons of Speeds is going to be having their races and stuff, I got to get in there. I got to get there ahead of time now. So we're very pushed on time, and I'm going to tell them I can't make it on Saturday. So we'll have another day that we'll be meeting there,
And that'll
we'll
be in JP Cycles lot.
Yeah. So we'll let you know about that as once we get with them and see. So pretty neat. We got a lot of excitement going to go on, and a lot of the people that we talk to are already in Sturgis. So that's kind of exciting. That things are already starting to go ahead. You know, the Boot Hill Bar is going to be celebrating their 50th anniversary. That's kind of neat for a bar that's been in business for 50 years. So
Buck Brown says, make sure you can say hi to my buddies down there at the Big Engine. He knows them. Did you see he was on one of our videos? I think when we were in Leesburg. We got him on video. He's a very nice
or was it
guy.
Panama City? I think it was Panama City. I think he was in that tent in the center. He was there. They were setting up or something.
I thought it was in Leesburg.
I don't think so.
That big old tent.
Maybe
they were coming off the
Maybe it was.
stage.
I think we talked to him in both places.
Oh, well, yeah, but I think that's the time we got him on camera. But he was very nice. He was like more than happy.
Looks like they're going to put people around us now.
Oh, there you go.
We're not loners anymore. They set the mood because it's evening, lunchtime.
Well, they said they got to watch where they set people because they have to have enough servers to
So if they put a bunch of people around us, we'll probably put an end to it here real soon. So go through your questions. Make sure that nobody got anything exciting else they want to say.
Ron, Emery 8-Track says, you know the owners, laugh out loud. I think at Buffalo Chip.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I think we got them all answered. Buck Ron just said to make sure you say hi to buddies. Yeah, Buck. And then 6, oh my gosh, I can't believe we passed both of you guys up.
Well, this time we didn't do as much as we did. We were going to start doing some shorts and kind of tell you where we're at each night. But a lot of times when we pull up, you would have had to come to us. Because we're all hooked up.
Unhook.
We're unhooked up. We can't unhook the trailer. I'm not taking the motorcycle out just for one. Oh, they're leaving. We're private still. So we don't. People have to go to it. So they were supposed to be. So we were supposed to meet somebody at Cation, but she messed up and told him the wrong date. So he was a truck driver. No. Oh, they had somebody sick in the family. He probably wouldn't have made it anyway, even if we had the right day. And
well, I told them, I said, we'll be there Wednesday the 14th, okay? And they said, okay, great.
Valentine's Day.
And it was Tuesday the 14th. So when I called them and told them, and we didn't end up getting to meet them.
That's fine. But we got talking to the dealership and all that, and so it worked out all right.
Yeah, it's not bad. 50 likes for an impromptu.
So it's hard. It's hard when we're traveling like this to do a lot of meeting people because one, we don't always know exactly where we're going to stop. Like for instance, we changed one of them, the one in San Antonio. We blew San Antonio off and we stayed in
Columbus, Ohio. Columbus, Texas.
Yeah. So we would have, if we were going to meet somebody who was going to drive over and meet us, we were another whatever it is, 100 miles down the road.
Yeah. And then last night we were supposed to stay in Spanish Fork, Alabama, but we ended up driving another 300 miles to come here because of the weather.
We just thought we could do.
Supposed to be rainy.
Yeah, well, that and thought we could get a day of rest before we get, instead of driving all the way into Daytona. Because to me, to drive 300 miles in a day is almost a waste. Unless she's real achy, then it's a different story. We have to stop more often. But if she's not feeling.
But then Daytona's only 138 miles away, I think, and then we're going to stop in Jacksonville and see Fair and Exchange. And,
I didn't. So I was going to say who he's seeing.
Oh. We're going to stop through Jacksonville and see somebody.
Beep. Go back and beep that out.
So breakfast at the Beaver Bar for $20. What time, please, again? 8 o'clock. We're going to get there about 7:45.
Yeah, 7:45 because we want to try to make sure we get some tables. Now, we find out, we're going to talk to Leslie. She showed up today. We won't probably bother her till the weekend and talk to her and see if we need to get there earlier, we'll let you guys know. Because we probably can't save tables, but it'd be nice. What I want to do is kind of I don't know how many of you want to come, but on the outside part, when you're facing the US 1, there's like 5 or 6 or 8 tables long. They're all pedestal tables. You can only put like 4 chairs around it. If we could all sit in that area, then once we eat, we can kind of, mingle with you all, or maybe we'll go sit out by the road if the weather's halfway decent. Who knows what it's going to be like. If we're under the roof, even if it's sprinkling or something, we can still.
Not that big of a deal.
Because we bring rain gear. Bring your rain gear. We still do events if it's raining.
Yep.
Ain't gonna sit in the trailer and go all this freaking wade. Ain't gonna watch. If you're a true biker, weather doesn't make any difference.
No.
I wouldn't ride in a hurricane. I might ride in a tornado, but I wouldn't ride in a hurricane.
So, anyway, yep. Now
Tornado, at least you can see what's happening. Hurricane, you can't see it coming. Till you get blown off the road. So
So yeah, so Christopher, probably around 7:45 to be safe. If it's any earlier than that, we'll let you guys know. We'll do a short the day before, so look for the short, and it'll say Beaver Bar breakfast. Or
maybe we'll
something.
go. Maybe we'll. I don't know. You can't really tell now. I said we could go because I think they do it every Sunday.
I think so.
And but I know they get a good crowd. But typically at rally times, not a lot of people get up bright and early in the morning because if they went out the night
Party all
before,
night.
they're 9 or 10 o'clock. They come rolling in there to eat. Well, if we're there by 8, and then once we get all done eating, we want to go over. They got some picnic tables I think over there. I don't know if Goat's coming back this year or not. I don't know if any of you are watching the Full Throttle. He's been pushing that. It's the old show. They're not showing anything new.
He's like, oh, Michael Ballard really did it. Look, he's got some new videos.
We heard that. Well, we had talked to him, and he said we told him about what we do at all the other campgrounds and bars and everything else. And I said, I don't. A couple people have asked why don't we come and do the Full Throttle like we do everybody else. And he goes, well, I'm trying to get another TV show going, so, I really don't want anybody else coming in and filming. Well, we've got a lot of vendors there. Cal from Chubby Cups is like, and then plus we know one of the main bouncer guys. We know him anyway, and he's like, if you have any trouble, Michael Ballard don't watch our channel. If you have any trouble, come get me. I'll get you, and you guys can film.
If you ever been to the Full Throttle and you go into the distillery and they've got those TVs up, he says when he's in there, I guess when it's not busy. I don't know if he does this when there's people there. He puts on our YouTube channel and plays them. It's like, oh, thanks.
Live at the Full Throttle Saloon is Bob and Tam's Excellent Adventures. I would do stuff with him. I would go in there and film stuff because it's kind of neat. They do a lot of neat stuff, and I'd like to sit down. But somebody else said, Michael Ballard doesn't really like to go on camera. What? Dude, you had a TV show. You don't want to be on camera. He says that because he doesn't want to be, unless he's being, which he is. It's all about money.
He wants to be paid for.
That's right. And
we don't pay nothing. Thank you. I ate breakfast with you and Tim before at Spearfish Canyon Ride. Okay. And then Rapture Ranch is on. Says hello everybody from northern Wisconsin. Somebody else was on too. Oh, I missed a guy. Glenn Woods. Hope to see you guys at the trip for the flat track races. We'll have to ask Brad about that too.
We'll see how that's going. Well, they said we're going to break ground till the spring.
Right.
So it just depends on how nice the spring is. So he's not talking, you're not going to see any of that on his website because Rod's one of these guys, until he has it signed on the freaking line, he doesn't want to say, like, we pretty much know who Saturday's headliner is going to be, first Saturday. And it's going to be a great, great, great party. And if all goes well, this group, we should, if you're a Bob and Tam fan and you're in our seclusive area, we should, I can't promise it yet, we should get our own personal meet and greet. I'm working on that. So as soon as Rod tells me for sure, which I'm gonna quiz him when he comes this time. And
did you get that paper signed yet?
And I'm like, because I wanna bribe these people with some whiskey or something like that to get them to get good with them. And we can't film anything. They don't like to be. Most of these guys don't like to be filmed. You take pictures with them, but they don't really like YouTube and stuff. There's so much bad stuff going on YouTube, and they don't know who we are. Just because Rod recommends us doesn't mean they're going to trust us. So, but I mean, we're hoping to should be able to get George Thorogood. We should be able to get a few minutes of his time. And if they'll go on camera, it'd be great. It'd be great to have them go, hey, I'm George Thorogood. I watched the Bob and Tam show. And she'd like to meet REO Speedwagon because we've seen them so many times. Yeah. And to be able to meet them guys.
Our neck of the woods.
Yeah.
I mean, we
so
were
that would be neat.
REO Speedwagon fans before they were big.
Yeah. So we kind of know who they are. Styx, I don't really know the people that well, the band members of that. So I don't really care too much to meet them. That Myers group that's coming, they're getting so popular, they're probably not going to give us the time of day either. So a lot of these bands that are really big, it's like ZZ Top. We thought, you might have heard the story already. We were at, it was Billy Goodwin. Billy Gibbons came to the Tennessee Revival that we went to a couple years ago.
Music and Motorcycle Revival.
And so we knew the promoter, and we knew the main guy that made all the announcements, Jay. We were really good with him too. So we go up to Jay first and say, man, is there any way we could just get a minute of Billy's time? And he's like, nope, he won't talk to nobody. So then we go to the promoter, and I'm like, dude, you got to set us up with him. And he's like, I'll tell you, my dad's here. They won't even sign an autograph for my dad. He says he comes out of his motorhome, goes onto the stage, turns around, gets in his motorhome, drives away, and we have to mail him his check. Don't even want his money. He said that's the kind of guy they are. A lot of them think they're superstars. You know, ZZ Top, they're real. You know, he's a great band. They have a lot of respect, but they're not a headliner anymore. They're not. You're not going to see them fill a concert. You know, they're not going to go to Yankee Field and fill the arena up with just them playing. They don't have the draw that they used to have. So it's not like having the Rolling Stones or somebody like that that's going to go to, the Beatles. That would have been a lot. Paul McCartney come in and do a concert, or Jimmy Buffett or somebody like that that has a great following and could fill a place up. And those are the people you're really not going to probably ever see at the Buffalo Chip. And you get people like Aerosmith. Aerosmith does still pretty good with their concerts and stuff. But I mean, a lot of these people, what the Buffalo Chip seems to get is like last year, they had a couple of new artists that were country people, and they came in, and a lot of people, which we missed those shows. We didn't get a chance to go over there. But,
Don Party and Lita Ford.
And a couple of them said, well, Lita Ford's not new. She's actually one of the Runaways. If you know anything about the Runaways, when I was 15, 16 years old, they were all a girl band. Cherry Bomb. Back in the day. Back in my high school time.
Those Dream Girls.
Back when I was a wild man. Carried my little black book around. I don't know. Just had a lot of girlfriends at that time. Don't know why. But my money. I didn't have any money. Still ain't got no money. Just getting by.
Yep.
So, enough of history. So, tomorrow, if you want to see us in Daytona, and we're going to start doing some shorts, letting you know where everything's going to be and where we're going to be at. So you guys need to just keep in track of what's going on and see where we got. We're going to give you a complete update on A1A, the beach area, the hotels that are closed. We're not going to talk about hotels that are open. Just going to show you some things that are closed. If we hear anything drastically that has happened, we'll definitely let you know about that. We're going to go over Saturday, tomorrow, in 2 days, and see, not going to the races, but we are going to the experience in front.
Fan experience.
We're hearing that's free. So we're going to go over there and check that out. We're going to see if Michael Ballard ever bought the property behind Hooters. If he did buy it, if he ain't done nothing, we can't tell you nothing. But if it looks like they're doing some work or something over there, if they built something. I'm figuring they're going to...
another one of his little distilleries, like he's got a couple over the United States.
What's that one we went to?
Estes Park.
Yeah. Probably kind of like that. But I mean, it was a pretty cool place.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a whole lot nicer looking than... well, somebody said that the other day when they were talking about the Full Throttle, how the bathrooms look at the Full Throttle. And actually, when they first built the place, they were kind of not... They were clean, but they were just kind of rough looking. They're worse now than they are back then.
They didn't even have any doors
year. Now they got shower curtains.
Well, no, then they had shower curtains, and now they have doors, but they didn't have any locks. And I think this last time we went, some had locks, some didn't. So you take your chances if somebody opens the door and you say, surprise! Occupied!
Shoot the beef.
So they said your little black book, you're killing them. No, I don't want to run away with REO Speedwagon.
No. She doesn't really have... She used to be in love with Kenny Rogers until we went... This is back in the 80s. We went and seen a couple of Kenny Rogers concerts, and they were exactly the same. Songs in the same order. The jokes were in the same order that he told. The things he said to the crowd were the exact same things. Like, he'd give a guy in the front row $1 for if he could name the song before he... As soon as he hit the first couple of keys on his guitar, if you could say the name of the song, he'd give him $1.
And then he always says, all these people come to see me, and they're in the front row, and they have these, telescopic lenses. What are you trying to do? Take a picture of my nose hairs? Well, what happened was he bought me tickets to go see him for my birthday, anniversary, something, and I was so excited. Well, probably about a week before the concert, it was on PBS, and I said, let's watch it, So we watched that. Then we went to the show, exact same show. Then, like 5 years later, we went down to Branson, and he had a big place down there. And he said, you want to go see Kenny Rogers? I said, yeah, he's got to change the show since then. Same word for word, the songs in the same order, the same joke.
I think he died now, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Dead?
But I mean, that just blew my whole image of him.
He did not really die. That was a different guy.
Because he didn't look the same when he died. But anyway, so yeah.
That was the only person she really loved other than John Travolta.
And he
She
don't
likes
look the
him
same
dance.
no more either.
Yeah, he's
Peter
bald.
Frampton I liked when I was in high
Oh
school.
yeah, he's scary now. God, you see Peter Frampton now? Look
His
at him.
hair is all gone. I don't know. I never really liked long hair on guys, but I don't know what it was about him. I
Because he had a
liked him.
perm.
I guess. I don't know. I
I
liked
used to have
Peter
straight. I
Frampton.
used to have hair down to my shoulders.
He did. So
Not,
I
not
got a hold of it.
No, I already had most of it cut off before then. I
It
started
was-
playing sports.
it
That
was-
wasn't on my shoulders. It was
was
only like that
pretty
when I was
long.
in 7th grade. My brother had long hair. He was older than me, so he had kind of like the David Cassidy, if you know who that was, from the Partridge Family type of haircut.
He was in my
And I could never I couldn't part my hair. My hair was always parted to the right. And then, but I've got some pictures that some people in my grade school thought I was a girl. Their parents, when they looked through the yearbook. And then I went into sports and I had to cut it off. You had to show the lower part of your ear. And so I still had it. You had to be off your collar and you had to be above your bottom of your ear. So I had that for a long time. And then it wasn't until after I got out of high school that I started cutting my hair shorter. And then it started getting really short and she's like, "Are you going to cut it all off or what?"
crew cut.
So
So Buck Brown says here in Valdosada, I don't know, I can't, Valdosada. We recently had our first brewery open in the building. It's the city's first fire station. Oh, and
Where's the banquet
speaking
hall?
of Kinney, his wife Wanda is from there. Oh, how about that? Way back over there in the corner. So, anyway, we're probably going to get off soon after this. We've been on an hour and a half. So, I guess some of you are coming down to Daytona. Where are you at, Mike? He's probably traveling on the road. What's today? Friday. So he's probably on the road. Or do you get off the weekend now? I think he was supposed to be getting off on the weekends. Brandon McDaniel, y'all going to be at Thunder on the Beach in May? Yes. We weren't for sure, but it looks pretty much like the promoter there, Chase, is going to get us a place to stay. So we'll probably be there. We thought just a day or two, but I think we're going to be there for the whole rally. So if you're going to that, we should see you there. So we're going to be at Daytona, then we'll go to Leesburg, then we'll go to Panama City, Myrtle Beach, then we'll head home. And I guess we're going to stop by Eureka Springs on the way home and talk to those people. They want us to come out for September, so we're going to, he said, stop by, you'll come right by our place, and we're right off the 40, and so hopefully we'll do that and see how that goes and see what they'll have set up for us. So when we go down there, we might be doing Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. So I guess after, I want to leave a little bit early. Oh, Mike's in Texas. So we're going to leave a little bit early, go to St. Louis, see family and friends, then go up to Wisconsin. Milwaukee. I couldn't think of the name of it. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And then from there we'll go to Sturgis. Then we'll come home and then we'll probably go back out to Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. I'm thinking. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And I don't know. Bob always says maybe we'll just take the truck and put the bike in the back. But then motel rooms are a whole lot more expensive than campgrounds. So I don't know how that'll work. Yeah, need runoff Sunday and Monday. That's good. I thought you were going to be off Saturday and Sunday. Then Sunday and Monday. But anyway, that's the plan. So we'll see.
Right.
He's back. I was telling them what we were going to do. They wanted to know if we were going to be doing Panama City. And I said we should be.
Right now, it looks like it's a go. We got some more information. The promoter said he would fix us up for a couple of days, but we talked to a couple of the vendors, and they said, hey, there's room behind our rig. You guys can come back there, plug in. We even got a plug. We got a generator and all that. We don't need anything. We just need a space to set it. So we'll call him about a week or two before and see what he says, and then we'll tell him who told us we could park behind their rigs, and he should say, I don't care.
Well, didn't they have to do that last year for Mike, the dyno guy at Speeds?
Yeah.
Because they promised him a place to stay and then they didn't have one. So what they had to do was unplug the truck generator and then plug it in his camper so he would have air conditioning because it got
But
pretty...
it could get hot. It could be, like I say, it's hot tonight. And today, depending on when we get back to the RV, we may have to turn the air conditioner on tonight.
Yeah.
There's just one. We had to do it the other night. We were in Cage and it was just
hot.
muggy. And it only ran like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes and it never came on again. It was just enough to get that humidity out of it. It was like, take a shower and it's like, shoo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweating already. Not used to that.
No.
We don't sweat in Arizona.
No.
It's hot, but you don't sweat.
No. Mike says, please be safe traveling, race traffic, leaving the rally traffic, arriving, going to be hectic. It shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, we've got a place to stay now when we get down to Daytona because we were kind of iffy about that.
Because we're getting there early.
Yeah. We thought we'd be there a week before the rally. We're going to be there 2 weeks before the rally. So
I think we're late this year. I think the rally, because when we looked, we left last year on the
same day.
Yeah. So, which a year ago, they were just talking here about Texas, about the storm and all that. We were in that ice storm where all that power went off. We couldn't find gas. It was just, she said we were in the apocalypse. The world was ending. And it was really scary. Not just that you go by like a Walgreens or a CVS and they were closed. There wasn't a gas station open. There wasn't a soul walking. And it wasn't at that time, there wasn't even any snow on the ground.
No.
It was just freezing temperature. And it was just like, it's kind of like when we
stopped
moved
at the rest stops and they were all boarded up and closed because the pipes had frozen.
They have no heat because they have no ceilings on them. You're out there shooting the beeve shooting the moon to the moon.
To the birds. Yep, it was crazy. It was not a fun time and didn't want to do that again.
So that's why we watched the weather, and we had pretty good weather. The coldest night was our first night in Wilcox, Arizona. It was like 36 when we got up, so it wasn't too bad. At least it wasn't freezing. And all we do is plug in. We don't use the water. We only used the water one night. I guess it was in one of the campgrounds we stayed at, $20. We had a full hookup. That was that bar we stayed at. And so
with
we had
all the
full hookup.
trucks.
And so we took a regular shower, took a long shower. Normally we take the military shower. If you've ever been in the military, that's the kind of showers we take in the RV. And so I thought, let's hook up the sewer. I'll hook up the water. We can take a longer shower, and then we'll dump before we leave. Didn't really need to, but just so we didn't have a problem. And so that was an extra place. And it got a little cool that night. I guess the heater did run. I think it ran all night, the little heater. Big furnace, I don't think it ever came on. It didn't get that cold. It was like in the 40s. And then last night it was like 50-something here, and we didn't have anything turned on, no heater at all. And it was fine.
And had the blanket on.
Yeah. Mr. Foamy. He's our friend.
This is favorite blanket. Everyone be safe, Kamoto says. And Mike says, and the satellites.
Did they ever find out those other things they shot down? Has anybody heard anything? We're not really watching the news. Has anybody found out what those? We know about the balloon.
The oblong-shaped things over.
What were they that they shot down? Have they come out and said anything yet? Well, somebody was acting like, one person was acting like it was a bunch of drones somebody would send up. Maybe they were privately owned. Maybe it had nothing to do with, I don't know.
Spies.
Maybe the government sent them up just to say, look, we are shooting them down as soon as we see them now. Since they got so scolded after the one flew all the way across the United States, it's like, you ought to be able to shoot that over where it's not going to land on somebody. Somebody's house or something like that. There's plenty of area, somewhere between the West Coast and the East Coast was probably some mountains or something like that you probably could.
Desert.
Yeah. How many plane wrecks do we have that crash that don't, kill people on the plane, but I mean, they don't plow into somebody's house. So they could have figured that out, or they could have even, there's all kinds of things they could have done.
On Facebook, there was a meme that said, we figured out where all those balloons went. They landed in Super Bowl. They were all on Rihanna's dancers. I thought that was pretty funny.
I don't know. Did you really like that halftime show?
It's kind of weird.
Yes. The whole thing was very weird. I'm not a big Rihanna fan. I did know one of the songs she sang, but I mean, just to see a stage go up and down, I thought she was going to. That's what she thought at the end.
I thought the thing she had on was a parachute, the big
she was
red
going to
thing,
jump off,
and I thought she was going to jump off, and then the parachute would come out when she sang Umbrella. I thought that would have been perfect.
And then they had one on TV. If you watch, she never did it. They took a silhouette of her to go out of the stadium, but she never moved. It was just a hologram or something. So I don't know if people in the stadium got to see that or not. But I mean, that halftime show to me sucked. The biggest part was Chris Stapleton singing the Star Spangled Banner.
That was a highlight.
Yeah, that was excellent. That was excellent.
Yeah.
I did a great job. It was.
Mike said it was aliens that traveled 4,000 light years by balloon.
So I don't know. It was just the weirdest thing, and I don't know. We've seen a lot of things, and
Well, usually when they have a halftime show, whoever their main artist is, they always invite other people. So it's not just them. Because like when
Well, see
Aerosmith
what
was
I
on,
think.
Britney Spears came, and then whatever it was a
Well,
couple
I
years
think a
ago,
lot of
2 or
this.
3 other artists came in, and I don't know.
I
And
think
she was
it's
her, and that
a
was it.
racial thing, is what this emphasis was this year on the Super Bowl. That's what I think. Because if you looked at all of her dancers, they were all one.
Color.
Yes. And because I kind of looked and I thought, because usually most of the time you have a mixture of people that dance, you know, white, black, pink, green, yellow, whatever color they might be. There might be a variety of people. There, when I started looking, once you could kind of see their face, because they look like big blobs, almost
Somebody
looked
else
like the
said-
the Oompas.
Yes, another one was.
Somebody
I said,
said-
I thought I've seen that halftime show before somewhere else. Oh, I did. It's the Oompa Loompas.
And it's like, so then I started looking at their face, because at first I thought they were girls. Well, then I looked at them, I think they were all guys that were dancing. And I'm like, you know, those are all one color people. I said, that's kind of, not saying, I'm not going to say call it was a racist show, but it just, you know, it just makes you want to think. And it's just like Harley Davidson when they said that they're going to have all electric bikes by 2030 something. You know, we talked to a bunch of dealers now, and they said the same thing. There is no intention that Harley has. They're changing the design to make all electric bikes. They're playing the politics game. Who knows what we're going to be by 2035 or whatever year he said. Who knows what we're going to have. You know, they wish that we could have electric. First of all, there's not enough electricity in the whole world to make enough to charge all this stuff up to be 100% electricity. So that's never going to happen anyway. But a lot of people thought Harley, the CEO, was selling himself out. He's playing politics. And
Trying to keep everybody
it's
happy.
better, should have never said nothing, is what I would have said. If you can't say something, don't, you know, like us, we try not to do any politics stuff here because, you know, you don't want to offend somebody. Just like me talking about the halftime show, saying that it might be one more dominant party
Then another.
yeah, than another. But maybe
Calling it as you
I've
see
never
it.
to a Rihanna show. Maybe that's all the kind of dancers she has. That they're all males. They're all one
No, there was
nationality.
female. You didn't see the female dancers? She had female dancers.
So, but they were all one color. And maybe that's what her shows are all that way. And that's just the way she is. Okay, I don't care. That's fine. And I don't care. I didn't pay for the
no white
halftime
meat
show.
can't
And I was probably on my phone too and kind of looked up. I couldn't even tell you that I knew the Umbrella song. And one of the other ones I kind of heard before. And we watched probably the first few minutes of it because I was expecting something when those stages went all the way up. I was just like her. We were thinking she was going to jump off, or they had a rope because they did have her tied. After that, I could see that she
Yeah, she was
had
tied down.
she had two tethers on the back of her that was holding her on the floor.
Just in case she slipped and fell.
So
like
then I'm
this.
like, okay, she's not going anywhere. So then at that point, there's not anything. But other than the stages going up and down. And these guys, you know, some years they've had just like brass bands out there and all those, I don't know if it's Britney Spears, I don't remember who it was, that had all those dancers. It might have been Eminem that time when he was on it. They had all these dancers in there that filled up the whole field. And, you know, that's okay. It is what it is. After it was over, I kind of went on Twitter and a couple other ones, and I was like, all these people were saying, oh, that was the greatest one. Did you rank this as number one? I'm like, I wouldn't have.
Well, and you know how Michael Jackson used to dance and grab himself? Well, she kept doing that too,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking,
Well, she
that's
even
kinda
looked,
weird.
we Googled it because she looked pregnant.
I know, I kept telling
Because
him.
she had that thing that looked like she had body paint on, which I think it was some kind of swimming top.
It was
like
a plastic thing. I
tube
said,
top.
well, then I looked it up. She just had a baby last
year
May.
ago.
Hasn't even been a year yet. And I said, well, maybe she wore that because she was lactating.
Leaking out.
It didn't want to show
But
any
then her
spots.
stomach, it made her stomach look like she was like 3 or 4 months pregnant. So
Yeah.
she Googled it. I'm like, look and see if she's pregnant. Maybe that's why she's not doing anything
Yeah,
drastic up
because in
there.
dancing, like she kicked her legs, and everybody go, and it's like she kicked her leg twice. What's that? Or she did
She'd
like
go
a
down or
butterfly,
And it's like everybody else was doing it a million times more than what she was doing. And the people were just going nuts. And it's like, okay, I thought maybe she is pregnant. And everybody's applauding because she's pregnant. And she's doing those moves even though she's pregnant. Well, yeah, that's good for her. Good for her. But we Googled it and they said no. So
she
I
had a
don't know.
baby in May.
Yeah,
a baby
no.
boy.
Yeah. So I don't know. I
May
just wasn't.
2022.
If you like it, great. If you didn't like it, great too.
Wasn't our cup of tea.
If you don't care, that's great too. We're okay with all three of those answers.
Wrap
But I
it
was
up.
just curious. I don't know if anybody wrote anything about it or not. We're
No.
about over here because we're already at that 1:45 time. I bought my ex a hot air balloon trip. It's near Air Force Base. Worth a shot. Aliens travel. Mike's doing all the talking now.
Yep.
And the satellites. Everyone be safe. Okay, I guess nobody's saying how much. We're down to 33. All right. So we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. So we're probably going to do a live somewhere either Saturday or Sunday. I'll try to give you a better notice. Because Peanuts, we like to do one down at Peanuts on Main Street, but they're closed a lot of different days. So we need to go down there and see what days they're open
I
and
think
how.
Monday and Tuesday they're closed. I think they're open on the weekend.
So we'll look and see if they're open Sunday night. Maybe we'll go down there because on Saturday they do their podcast. We might go down there and do something with him. That guy always likes to talk to us, and it's something on Main.
Live on Main Street or something.
Daytona on Main. Something. It's got something about Daytona Beach. And,
I thought it was just live on Main.
I don't know, but he's a really neat guy, very friendly. And they don't have any, I don't think they'll have any DJ down there like they normally do.
Well, he's the DJ too.
Oh, is he? I didn't think he was. So, we'll see what happens, but we'd like to do, if we could do a live from there, that's kind of neat because we can then show you what Main Street looks like in the evening and stuff.
The before and the before.
Yeah. Right now it's staying light here till about 6:30, quarter to 7. We still got somewhat light out here. Last night we got there about 6:30. Wasn't until about 7 it started kind of getting dark here.
Dark.
So if we can get there and eat and then have time, we'll have to just see how late they're open. Because on Sunday, a lot of places close on Sunday because, you know, the tourists go home. Daytona is a tourist town.
Yeah.
It's not a motorcycle
we
town.
get the Peanuts for breakfast Saturday morning
Not
before
Peanuts.
it gets crazy.
Beaver Bar.
Well,
You said Peanuts.
well, that's what Six asked. How early should we get 2 Peanuts for our breakfast Saturday morning before it gets crazy? I don't know. I think they open at 8.
Peanuts Bar?
Yeah. They
I
can
don't
do
know.
breakfast.
We'll let you know. We're going to go down there. When
Are
we
you
get
gonna
there,
be down there before Bike Week?
or go down there during Bike Week. Typically, like I say, during Bike Week, it's not bad because most people party at night. No, the average person doesn't get up. Now, we do. We don't. Now, Sturgis may be a whole different story, but right now, we're normally back by, you know, once, like, we'll probably stay out one late night because we do like to see Hairball. And we'll have to kind of see which night, what artist is going to be at the Broken Spoke. They're there every night. I'd like to see them. Oh, the Georgia Satellites are going to be at Cackleberry. And I think that's on a Saturday.
Hey, Dave.
I'll have to see what Saturday is. That might be the first Saturday, too. So we may end up just staying down there in that area the whole evening. Go after the races, go to Delane, and then come back. And I'd like to see Confederate Railroad. Never seen them. That'd be kind of neat to see them. I can't believe Cackleberry got Confederate Railroad.
You said Georgia Satellites.
Oh, but it's Confederate Railroad. Can't believe they got that. Even Georgia Satellites. Can't believe if anybody would get them either. And nobody did.
We've seen Georgia Satellites.
Did we?
In Laughlin.
Don't
Don't remember? Keep your hands to yourself.
What's your song?
Yep. Alrighty. So we done?
I guess.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Hope to see you all in Daytona. If you're on your way down, be safe, travel safe, keep your eyes open. Give us a thumbs up before you leave. Thanks for hanging out, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share it with your family and friends. Think about Patreon. Give us a big thumbs up. Ring that bell for notifications. And we'll see you on the next video.
There you go. We'll see all you guys later. And tomorrow we will be in Daytona, Florida. Right over there by Main Street where all the action starts. So exciting happens. And Kawamoto's going to have to email us and tell us what day he's going to actually get there.
Who?
Kawamoto.
Oh, yeah.
When he shows up.
Well, I got his number, I think.
Oh, did he probably gets a hotel room. And so at that, we'll leave you guys. And we'll see you all later. And we'll leave you here at Texas Roadhouse.
In Lake City, Florida.
Food is pretty good. No chicken bone lady, though. No chicken bone lady. Sorry.
We tried.
Yeah. I was looking over here to see if maybe she showed up. People just showed up, but that's not the chicken bone
You'll
lady.
be close.
See you later. I gotta go click the button. Goodbye.
Goodbye.